plan. I wasn't going to make any more Captain Marvel videos for a couple of days, but this is not good news. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and Kevin Feige says and confirms, and I've heard this before, I've heard this months and months ago, but this is all over the news again. That Captain Marvel is about to lead the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because she's earned the fucking right. And you know why I had to make this video? This comes from Tessa Thompson retweeting this. And you guys know how much I love Tessa Thompson. Like, totally in love with Tessa Thompson. Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok. Absolutely adore her. So this is a little more heartbreaking. Like, why not Valkyrie? Why not Valkyrie? She actually earned it. Why not Gamora? Why not Nebula? Why not, why not Black Widow? Why not somebody who's earned it? Not somebody you're just shoehorning in at the last minute. Not New Coke. I don't want New Coke. I want Coke Classic. Come on. People... The times, they're changing for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Avengers Endgame set to bring the curtain down on one chapter of the MCU and launch us into a brand new phase of the blockbuster superhero world. It's widely expected that Endgame will mark the end of the story for several prominent characters from the first 10 years of the MCU, as well as a lot of the fans of the MCU. I think Endgame might be the end for a lot of the fans, especially... if Captain Flatass here does not, goes through and does not perform some great miracle, right? If she is still as stiff and wooden and unlikable as she was in Captain Marvel in Endgame, I think you're really gonna lose a lot of people. Like, legit, you're gonna lose people. It's gonna be worse than The Last Jedi. Alright? Like, seriously worse than The Last Jedi. Oh, Lord. With fresh faces taking on center stage as we head into a new decade. And after... Don't start with "and." I already have this complaint with Alex Kurtzman on Star Trek Discovery. He's the showrunner. He starts every sentence with "and," or he just says "and" a million times. It's a little bit of a trigger. And after a triumphant solo debut with over $760 million at the box office in 10 days. Just 10 days. See, they're still spinning it and making it seem better than it is. You know, I'm surprised they didn't just round up and say it's going to be $1 billion, because we know it's going to be $1 billion. These movies are successful. You can't not see them. But we can still complain about them, right? Brie Larson's Captain Marvel is set to be at the forefront of this new look MCU, as confirmed by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. No. You're supposed to be on our side, Kevin. You're supposed to be on our side, not this woke garbage. And it's not even that... I guess it's not even that it's woke that's the problem. The problem is the character's just so blah and blah. And not... She comes across as so snotty. I know snotty. I am snotty and sarcastic. I know that. Oh, Lord. When we found out that Brie Larson might be interested in joining our world, we had a number of meetings, said Feige in the official Captain Marvel Captain Marvel special magazine. Is it a special magazine? Did you have meetings? Like what kind of meetings were they? Did she need knee pads? What kind of meetings, right? Because seriously, or was it Kevin who needed the knee pads? Is that it? Because are we going the other way around here? Because it doesn't add up. Like, all these years of Kevin Feige being so good for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, just for Marvel. You know, he was doing right by the fans with this, for the most part. And it's like they've slowly kind of converted it to, and I don't even know if it's slowly, to people like me who weren't into the comics and stuff. We care about this stuff. We care about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Coming in as your average everyday, like, I'm the Star Trek nerd coming into this, not really knowing the rich history of the Marvel comics. I don't know the characters nearly as well as a lot of the people here watching, right? But you still have the investment there, and you still can see the bait and switch. And I know a lot of the normie sort of people who just go in and want to see a big movie, like, on screen, and they want to see the big blockbuster. They don't care about any of this behind the scenes stuff, but we do, you know, because I go through this with Star Wars and Star Trek and Ghostbusters and Doctor Who and everything that they kind of dumb down for the average people gets affected. And you know, I'm sorry that a lot of these movies are okay with me, that a lot of, like, the hardcore fans probably didn't like as much. Like, I've heard people saying that they didn't like Thor Ragnarok, even though I really liked that one. It was fun because they changed Thor's character too much. And I totally get that. And I am never going to say you guys are wrong if you know the character more than I do. I would never say that, right? But for me, this stuff doesn't work very well. This whole snotty attitude doesn't work very well as a character that I don't know coming in, right? She was a huge fan of the character in the comics. I thought she read Wonder Woman comics as a kid. One of the highlights of my career at Marvel was introducing her at Comic-Con and having her come out on stage and stand there with literally almost everybody else from our movies. There she was at the forefront, and it was a great foreshadowing, not just for how our audiences are going to embrace Brie as a character. Oh, that didn't work out so well, did it, Kevin? But also for how Captain Marvel is about to take the lead and be at the forefront of the entire cinematic universe. And we can also see the pop figures and all the toys that they want to sell us. The news probably isn't too surprising given that Larson has a 7-film deal with Marvel. Well, here's the thing. She's obligated to appear if they need her. They can always just say, yeah, we're going in a new direction and, we'll call you. That's how a lot of these big deals work. They just kind of say, no, we have priority of your time if we need you. It's nothing more than that. It's kind of a standard thing in the industry. And the studio has spent much time touting her character, Carol Danvers, as the most powerful hero in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. That is one of the big problems with the character. She's a little too powerful. She has no flaws and failures or any of that. Are you looking forward to see more of Captain Marvel? Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Whatever. And there's another part to this, so we're going to have a little quick cut right here. I had to resize for this article. This one comes from IGN. Kevin Feige assures Captain Marvel will have an Achilles heel because you guys made her so overpowered. Like right here. They've been spending so much time touting her as the most powerful hero in the entire cinematic universe that they made her too powerful. And that was one of the biggest issues I have with her. So at least they're giving us something. Maybe this will be all right if they really, really know that, okay, you need to give her some sort of a weakness. So Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige has confirmed that while Captain Marvel appears to be unstoppable, she will in fact have limitations and there will be an Achilles heel for Carol Danvers. I think the biggest Achilles heel is that people like the cat more. Seriously, Orange Cat, good. He is a very, very sweet and adorable little cat. And that might be the Achilles heel, is that people just would rather see the cat. I don't know, probably not. That's probably not it at all. Super wrong on that one. In an interview with Slash Film, Feige answered questions in regards to Captain Marvel's extreme power that Feige had previously said makes her the most powerful hero the MCU has ever seen. He was specifically asked how she could exist in the cinematic universe, where she can take out giant spacecraft single-handedly and potentially be above each and every danger. See, they made her too OP. Well, the point of this movie was to see exactly as you said, Unleashed and Unchained, what happens when she taps into her full potential, not being held back. So it was not the time to hold back. It was not the time to emphasize limitations or loss. We'd seen that over the course of the rest of the movie. We wanted to see her cut loose. In future stories, well, none of the characters are immortal. Even ones that seem immortal, some people might be very hard to kill, but nobody's unkillable. So if we're lucky, they'll kill off Captain Marvel? No, not according to the other article. So if we're lucky enough to see future adventures with Captain Marvel, of course there will be limitations and there will be Achilles heels. There will be things that we learn and see that it's not easy. Oh, wow. Center your articles, please. There will be things that we learn and see that it's not easy, that it's not as easy as slicing through whatever she wants to at any point. But this wasn't the time to accentuate that. Yes, it was. You didn't want something super duper overpowered. That was a big problem with the movie, is that at the end of the movie, no one cares about it because she's just gonna be like, yep, I can save the day. I'm the Q. I'm Endora from Bewitched, right? I can just do anything in the blink of an eye because magic, right? Because I'm the bestest thing ever. I'm omnipotent. They made her too powerful. They really, really did. Yeah. Nobody's unkillable. So if we're lucky enough to see future adventures, no. The course will be limitations. Of course there will be limitations, sure. In an interview with a ton, yeah. What kind of limitations could you give her? Put her in quicksand or something? Put her... What? Seriously, you made her so powerful she can just zap everything with her fists. The interview continues with a ton of great information, such as how the pager idea came to be at the end of Infinity War. They were developing both Infinity War and Captain Marvel at the same time, and they really wanted to link the characters of Captain Marvel and Nick Fury sort of through that span of time with the 90s device. Feige also discussed the Stan Lee tribute in Captain Marvel and blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting interview. I'll link this article and both of these articles in the description below. Oh, so what do you guys think? Are you really concerned? I'm very concerned that this is probably the Endgame will be the end of being interested in Marvel movies, I think. I mean, Doctor Strange 2 is going to be interesting. I'm interested in Spider-Man. With all these rights and stuff, issues with Sony and stuff, I don't know how attached I want to get to Spider-Man, though, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, what do you guys think? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Oh god, Marvel Cinematic Universe is over. Bye! Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!